continuous quality improvement of quality standards. Usually, we apply the continuous quality improvement to the processes in the organization. But when you are doing the quality assurance, you are selecting a process and checking the compliance to a particular standard. They are the quality standards. And there is a continual improvement of those quality standards also. So I wanted to introduce how the quality standards also continually get upgraded, and that is how we apply those quality standards in our process, and our process get upgraded. And it is an eternal process. There is no end point for it, because as I will be covering up in the later presentation, you will come to know as to how the benchmarks keep skyrocketing, in fact. So how do you measure quality? So for measurement of quality, you have to take the compliance of a process against certain quality standards. Now, the quality standards are the mother of all quality standards is the ISO class, International Organization for Standardization. What you have been familiar is in many of the products that you buy from the market, you will be seeing it is a ISO 9001 certified company. So that is the mother of all standards. Initially, it started in the manufacturing sector, and later on it got expanded to service sector. We being in the healthcare sector, we are not manufacturing anything, we are providing service. So the services also apply the same quality standard. So the ISO, when it prepares these standards, it prepares a generic standard, and it gets customized to whichever organization it is applied to. And what is continuous quality improvement? So generally it is said the largest room in the world is the room for improvement. And that improvement is the quality improvement. Improvement of quality, hence it is a continuous process. That is why I left the sentence blank. So the journey continues forever. And always aiming and reaching for the next higher level. There are several quality standards to talk about, but I have selected just three of them. ISO being the originator for all the quality measurements, and NABH, which is currently the hot topic all over the health sector in India, and JCI. It is an international standard for healthcare organizations, and several of the Indian hospitals also, they go for the JCI accreditation. So you must be wondering why an Indian healthcare organization will be going for JCI. That is because the foreign travelers, when they look for getting their treatment done in a healthcare facility while they are in India or outside US or Europe, they will be looking for a accreditation of the healthcare facility that from which they are going to take their service. And JCI is an internationally recognized quality standard, and JCI accreditation is a benchmark for any organization. In fact, one of the earliest hospitals in India that has taken JCI accreditation is Apollo Indraprastha in New Delhi. So, as I was telling you in the introduction to the title of this presentation, CKA for quality standards also continuously keep improving. Hence, they keep changing, and organizations implementing the standards, you will have to upgrade whatever documents you have prepared. And whenever there is a change in your document, you will have to give training to your personnel, all the staff who are involved or who are relevant for that particular document, whatever SOP or policy that you have written. So the training has to be there, and you have to change, if required, the records that you are keeping for the performance of that process, and hence face the next audit. So that is why there is a these documents will become dynamic. The training also becomes dynamic, and you are continuously improving your process. Here, I can mention you one more thing. Many of the organizations, they say not only quality standards, why don't you go for Six Sigma? Six Sigma is also a improvement in the process only. So to begin with, when an organization wants to implement Six Sigma, what they do is they measure the performance of their process before applying the Six Sigma principle. When they measure it, they may come to know that the process is performing at 1 sigma level, or 2 sigma level, or 3 sigma level. It is a statistical measure. By applying the Six Sigma principles, they will be improving the performance of the process till it reaches Six Sigma. So, when you reach Six Sigma, it is said that the errors that happen in that particular process may be just 3 per million. If million operations or opportunities are there for errors, only 3 errors may be occurring. Or maybe you may be reaching a zero error concept also. So that is how, whichever standard you take and apply to a process, there is a continual improvement. The standard also gets continually improved, and by applying that standard, your process also is getting improved. Now, to start with ISO 9000, ISO 9001, that is the quality management system. There are other ISO standards like 14,000 for environmental management, 45,000 for occupational health and safety, 22,000 for food, 27,000 for security, information security. There are several ISO standards, but we are here talking about the quality management system only when we talk about the healthcare hospitals. But of course, there are some hospitals uh, in the not in India, but outside India, who have taken several ISO standards and applied them to their organization. If they are taking different quality standards, they are only making their process more robust. So this ISO 9001 standard, the first one came in 1987. Then there has to be, they said there will be a revision every 5 hours, 5 years. But what happened was, it is not exactly 5. If you look at those numbers, there will be a technical committee to go into the revision of the standards. The technical committee is, it may be there for ISO, there will be a technical committee for NABH, there will be a technical committee for JCI, any quality standard, when the standards are being revised, there will be a technical committee. The experts from the different specialties in healthcare, they will be pulled together and they go through the previous version. They take the feedback from all those who have implemented these standards in their particular organizations. Depending on that feedback, they will be reviewing it, and finally they prepare a draft standard. They keep it in the website for the public to go through that and give their suggestions. They give a timeline of 1 month or 2 months, or some people give it up to 6 months also. And after taking the public opinion also, that means those healthcare personnel who have not been in the technical committee, they can also give their opinion when the draft standard is placed on the public domain. They take all these things into consideration, and finally they will be releasing the standard. So that process, like the next revision, now the current version is 2015, ISO 9001 2015. Next revision has to take place, say, by 5 years, but it may not happen. Now they have started the technical committee, assembling the technical committee. The process starts in 21 this year. Of course, we have lost 1 year for COVID also. Then by 23, they may complete and release it, or if it is not possible, they may release it in 24 only. Then the version becomes 9001 2024. And all the organizations which have been certified for the 2015 standard, they have to upgrade themselves as per the requirements given in the then standard, the 2024 standard. So the revisions took place in 94, 2000, 2008, 2015. So now the action has started for the next revision. This is for an example, and similar action will be taken by NABH and JCI and any other quality standard that is there. There are other accreditations in UK, in Europe, in Australia and New Zealand. They have their own healthcare standards. Now, all these standards which are prepared by the respective countries, they are not final. They have to prepare the standard and submit it to another accreditation body to go through, and they have to certify that the standard is okay. That organization is ISQA. That is an international society for quality assurance. The headquarters is in Geneva. It has its offices in several other places. So when NABH or JCI, they prepare their standard, they submit it to ISQA organization. And ISQA says finally that it is an approved standard. It can be released for implementing it in the healthcare domain. Now, JCI standards, I'm not delegating much time on the JCI because it is an elaborate one. It started in 94, and till now they have been revising it in every 3 to 4 years. And presently, the 7th edition of JCI is in vogue. And from 1st January 2021, actually the scheduled date was 1st October 2020, but they have deferred the implementation. From 1st January 2021, 7th edition of JCI standards have been released. And all the hospitals which have been JCI accredited for 6th edition, they will now upgrade for 7th edition. Now we come to NABH. It is the National Accreditation Board for Healthcare Organizations. The first edition of NABH standards was released in the year 2006. From then on, they said every 3 years it will be revised. So we had a second edition in 2009, third edition in 2012, fourth edition in 2015. Fifth edition took a year more and 2 years more, and it came in April 2020. It came. Now the hospitals have not yet started implementing it. The new assessments on the fifth edition standards will be starting maybe in February or March. But this time they said these standards are valid for 4 years. And those hospitals which are going for an NABH accreditation based on the fifth edition, they will have their certificate for valid for 4 years. So their reaccreditation will be only in 2024. Maybe by that time we may get the sixth edition.